Back in court. Good evening, hope everyone's well today. Thank you for watching as always. The two alleged thugs that attacked the police officers, emergency workers, and members of the public in Manchester Airport back in 2024 are back in court this week, although you would be forgiven for not realising that they are back in court. So I want to refresh everybody's memory so we're on the same page. A man has been found guilty of assaulting two female police officers at Manchester Airport last year. Mohammed Amaz, 20, convicted of assaulting two female police officers during a fracas near Terminal 2 in the airport on the 23rd of July 2024. He was also found guilty of an earlier assault with a member of the public at a Starbucks cafe near Terminal 2. After 10 hours of deliberations, a jury at Liverpool Crown Court was unable to reach verdicts on allegations that Amaz and his brother Mohammed Hamid, 26, also assaulted a male police officer, causing actual bodily harm in the same incident. The defence argues that both men were acting in self-defence after being grabbed without warning. Refresh memory to what happened back before these two alleged thugs were even arrested. There was a very specific clip that was peddled out by the media for universal condemnation of the police officers, and they were accused of racism and being overly harsh. It was only when the full context was revealed that the media and many commentators actually backpedaled and said, well, it may have been proportional. I, for the record, always thought it was proportional, and I didn't think that the PC Marsden acted inappropriately. That's just my view. Your mileage may vary on that particular point. But this is the thing I wanted to hone in on, and I wanted to mention it again. The guy here, let's have a look now, was Marsden, PC Marsden. Let's just have a look now. We'll go into this bit now. They could not reach a verdict on actual bodily harm to PC Zachary Marsden. He's the guy that was actually accused of stomping on the guy's head and being essentially a bully with a badge. This is the issue that the jury is going to have, and I have to be careful because it is a live case. They seem to be thinking that if the PC was overly zealous and he did use excessive force, that somehow justifies the actions of the people in the dock this week. My money is that, no, the police officer was doing his job. Again, that's just my opinion. But what's strange is there's no media reporting on this at all. There's no media coverage on it at all. There's a complete media blackout, and many are saying it's because it's a particularly high-profile case. Now, the brother that was found guilty on certain charges has been remanded in the meantime, but the other brother, Hamid, hasn't been, because he wasn't found guilty on anything. And I thought it was particularly strange and particularly curious that if you've got one person completely found guilty of a crime and he's in remand, why has he not been sentenced? In the UK, when a jury cannot reach a verdict, even if being given time to go down to a majority verdict rather than a unanimous verdict, this is a hung jury. The CPS has the right to seek a retrial on those specific counts if it believes it is in the public interest. Here, in this case, the prosecutor confirmed straight after the 2025 verdicts that they would be retrying both brothers on the Marsden assault charge. The retrial was scheduled for early 2026 and has begun this week. I don't think this is isolated, this case. I think this happens all over the country when ethnic minorities are involved. I think it is two-tier, and I think it's fundamentally racist that they treat ethnic minorities with kid gloves. This is just my opinion. And then we continue. Amaz's sentencing on the 3 counts he was convicted was never fixed immediately. The judge postponed it because the retrial involves the same incident and connected charges against both brothers, with Ahmed as co-defendant. The court commonly delays sentencing in linked cases until all proceedings are complete. This gives the judge the full picture of convictions or acquittals for appropriate overall sentence and avoids any risk of prejudice. Ahmed has no convictions yet, there is nothing to sentence him for yet. This is standard procedure. You let me know, do you think that the media blackout is on purpose because they know the public is going to be outraged by what happens when this trial concludes? Or do you think it's to stop the child being prejudiced? I'll give my opinions. I think it's because the brother is already in remand, but he's not been given a sentence. I think he's going to get off with time served at the end of this retrial, and because they're going to be using the stomp to the head that PC Marsden gave one of the brothers, they're going to use that as mitigation, and they're not going to be convicted. This is just my opinion, based on what I've observed from the available information. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. You have a good day.